Welcome back to GMA, everybody out there. We've got a fantastic audience with us today. You guys are really awesome. And have an announcement to make. We've got to change to our summer concert lineup. We want to tell everybody about. Eric Church can no longer join us on August 18th, but we look forward to having him on the show at a later date. In the fill-in, we have the great news that Demi Lovato will be joining us live in Central Park on that day. There she is right there. And Demi, what a great artist and just a great person all around. So we're happy to have Demi Lovato. Can't wait to see her
She's
perform.
one of those ones where we were all like, I want to interview her. I want to talk to her. She's just so lovely.
A bright light, very bright light. And, you know, next time you see somebody, you maybe see Demi, okay? When you greet her and you greet a new person, have you ever had a handshake that went wrong?
Yeah. Like the wet noodle one is always.
Oh, it's kind of, Well, I saw there was this article in Huffington Post that I saw, and apparently there are a lot of ways to screw this up that I didn't even think about, but I need someone to help me to demonstrate these handshakes. So
we have many volunteers in the audience.
I found one. His name is Adam Gary. Oh. Come on up, Adam. Now, that was a good one. Now, Adam's here for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and we're going to do this handshake. That was a good one, man.
Oh,
you know?
I like the slap,
too. That was a little strong. But I'm going to say this, okay? There's one called the lingering hold. Anybody like this one here? And then my dad is so guilty. Dad, I keep telling you don't do it. And he does that. And I said, you're not running for public office. The lingering hold is one.
I don't know if they have that on here, but you saw that one. That was when the president met the president of France.
Yeah.
They went for 30 seconds.
Yeah, that was a long.
The president was like, let go.
Give me my hand back.
That was a little uncomfortable.
French president.
And then this one's called the flyby. Have you ever done this?
Ooh.
That went bad. That went really bad. That was the worst one.
Have you ever done the flyby?
No.
You're coordinating. Has anybody here ever done the flyby? No. Oh, nobody's admitting that you've done it before. And then the arm grip. Okay, here we go. The arm grip, when you do, somebody does that. But you know where that came from? That came from ancient Greece. They would check the person they're shaking hands with for a weapon. Oh. Yeah. So if somebody's doing that to you, they don't trust you.
They don't.
And then you have the hug that's gone wrong.
Oh, that happens a lot.
That happens a lot.
Yeah,
because you don't know what side to get.
You don't know what side to go. You just do that.
Have you ever done that and you end up kissing on the lips?
Yeah,
when you
get the kiss.
Maybe that's just me.
No, I'm not doing that.
I feel like we're in the movie Step Brothers trying to do that hug right there. And then how about the knuckle?
The knuckle?
Yeah, when you do that and then somebody grabs your hand. But you know what they call that when somebody tries to fist bump you and then you grab their hand? They call that the turkey. Because gobble, gobble. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
And then the last one I'm going to do, which is the one that you don't like, Lara.
Yes.
The cold fish.
Oh. Yeah. Otherwise known as the wet noodle.
Even Adam, he doesn't like it either.
If somebody does that, just walk away and never speak to them.
Just get out of the conversation.
But I'm glad you're here with us, man. You brightened our morning by coming in early. We really appreciate you being here.
Glad to be here.
And I hope you enjoyed your day.
Yes, sir.
That right there is a good partner to have. But, and the first thing that Adam did when he walked up, he shook my hand. They say you extend your hand. And you say your name, you introduce yourself.
But they just showed one of the other misses when somebody does a high five and somebody else goes low.
Oh, what do you call that? The high-low.
High-low.
You guys are just making it up as you go.
Well, there's so many ways to mess it up.
As opposed to the rest of it.
So you've had a handshake. It wasn't the wet noodle. That part's gone really well. This brings us to our next topic. What do you do after you meet someone? You engage usually in what some are saying is the deadly small talk. I don't have a problem with small talk, but there have been a lot of articles lately, a number of websites knocking small talk as completely tedious, painful. A recent article, by the way, in the New York Post asking, what's everybody's big problem with small talk? Is it an agonizing conversation killer that could lead to problems, or possibly could it lead to jobs? Could it lead to friendships?
Sure.
I mean, I say
What is the complaint exactly?
I don't know. I think Larry David sort of started it on his show when he talked about he wants to turn small talk into medium talk. That he doesn't ever really like that small talk. And it's led to a number of articles and publications. I like the New York Post because they're like, get over it. It's part of life. I think it's a great way to still feel connected. It's just, and it is an art though.
It's just a way to get started.
It's a way to get started.
But now it's hard to have small talk nowadays because everybody does this when you're in an elevator or when you're around. They're on their phone.
You should be happy that someone's talking to you. You should be happy with that. But we asked people online their thoughts about it, and it was pretty much mixed. Kristen, she replied, "I hate it. I like my coworkers, but nothing interrupts my flow like people stopping in to chat." So that's one side of it.
Though.
Yeah, that's a small talk at the office. This person said, Angela said, many times the greatest conversations come out of small talk. I think small talk is an important skill in getting to know your colleagues.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so there you go.
And it could lead to a job.
It could lead to a friendship or anything. I mean, it's also very nice just being sort of out and about and meeting someone new and saying hello. And
I had a great variation on small talk. Just the other day, I was sitting in the park. A woman walked up to me and said, "May I read you a poem?"
Oh, wow.
She read me a beautiful 30-second poem. It was the
I'm
best
so sorry. My reaction was so discouraging.
It really was. It was a lovely moment.
That is a lovely moment.
You had the same reaction to the wet noodle handshake. I mean, wow.
Yeah, that was a beautiful moment. What did you even think?
I don't know. It just weirds me out a little. Can I read you a poem?
That's a little different. I've never heard that before.
It was different, and that's why I said yes, and I'm glad I did.
I'm so glad that you opened
Do you remember the poem?
And you're a very accommodating man.
It was lovely.
Thank you for being accommodating. You just made her day, George.